Hey guys, it's Dale from MDMD Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the MUSYSIC 2000 watt mixer. Let's get to the product review. I'm in the audio tech gear. I reviewed the I reviewed the PAL PA system earlier, sometime last year, and I'll leave a card up above so you can check out the review if you're interested in that PA system. But basically, it's a briefcase PA system. It comes with the mixer and two speakers, and you just carry it like a briefcase. That PA system, I think was rated for about 150 people. And so what I did was the PAL PA system comes with a tweeter and an 8-inch woofer. And so I actually wanted to either do my mindset was either do two things. I either wanted if I did a venue where I needed more speakers, I wanted to have a mixer that could have the capacity to have more speakers, or could just use the speakers also from the PAL PA system and the Gemini as well. The Gemini PA system does come with its own mixer right here. I did get it used off of eBay for about 160. They're about 300 plus online, new and used. So I got it at a steal. So one of the things that I always do when I buy gear, I always think futuristic. And I will say I do have. I'm going to show you shortly the MUSYSIC 2000 watt mixer, what it looks like and what it does, and some of the functionalities of it. If you want to fast forward to that, you can. But I do have I do have it on video. I'm coming up here shortly. I'll show you on video what the mixer looks like, what it does, things of that nature. But one of the things that I think about whenever I buy gear is that I think futuristically, like, well, for right now, the Gemini 210 PA system is rated for 200, 150 people max. Now, I will say those numbers are really give or take. You could probably do more than that, but nevertheless, if I ever did a venue where I needed more speakers, I wanted to have a mixer where I could do that. And also too, these PA systems, the speakers are light. So one of the things that I mentioned when I reviewed the PAL PA system was that, like, back in the day when I was younger, before I had wife and kids, I was a DJ. I would do block parties and things of that nature, help people do concerts, and I would provide the gear. Is that back then those speakers were heavy, and I think that nowadays newer technology enables companies to have bigger speakers that are much lighter. So I'm not really in the mode anymore where I feel like carrying around, lugging around heavy speakers. So most of the things that I do now, I DJ with the PA system, and I do like backyard parties, or if somebody needs a DJ, I'll show up, or do small venues, and sometimes I may just do something where people just want me to provide a sound system where they can just use a microphone. So I have that as well. I have wireless microphones, I have wired microphones. So I'm just the whole 9 yards. Anything audio, that's what I do. I don't only DJ, I also provide sound for people. They may want a sound system, and I just provide that for them as well. So that's kind of what I do. So that's why I wanted to get this mixer. Just a little facts about the company. This company isn't very well known to me. When I YouTubed it, some videos out there of people buying their product, but again, the company isn't really well known. From what I can see from their website, they do sell mixers, power mixers, but they're refurbished. So it looks like, really, I was wondering if they buy mixers, fix them, and just put their brand on them. Not sure. That's just kind of was what I was thinking, but I could be wrong. But nevertheless, I found out that they're a Baltimore-based company, which is, those that watch my videos know I live in Baltimore. I'm not from Baltimore, but I live in Baltimore with my wife and 3 children. So I was like, wow, cool. So if I wanted to actually go to their warehouse, I think you actually can't go to the warehouse, but they also, as many companies do nowadays, they also ship most of their stuff out. Again, I didn't buy this from the website directly, but they do have the option. If I wanted to buy from the website, they do have an option where they ship. Nevertheless, I got this off of eBay for 120. This goes for about 174.99 on their website, refurbished. And they do have PA systems as well. They have many other live gear, DJ gear. I don't believe they have turntables, but they have like speakers and things like that, and other mixers and amplifiers. So if you wanted to check out the website, I'll leave the website down below. I've had a good experience with this mixer. I like it. Again, the point of me getting it, if I wanted to be able to add more speakers, if I ever did a bigger venue, I wanted the mixer that I have to have that capability. And the mixer that came with the Gemini 210 PA system, it's 600 watts peak, which means it's about 300 running watts, which means that, if your speaker peaks up in sound or peaks up in bass, it can handle 600 watts. So I wanted something that can handle more than that, and this mix with this mixer that came with the Gemini 210 PA system, I can only run 2 speakers. This mixer allows me to be able to run 7 speakers because it has 2 mono outlets up top, and it also has a headphone jack 1/4 inch, so I can run. I've tried it out. I ran my power speaker, and you'll see here shortly. I ran my power speaker on the headphone 1/4 inch, and they worked perfectly. And I also ran it on the monitor out, and it ran perfectly. I do have a powered Bluetooth speaker, but you can also wire it and put it in auxiliary mode, and it'll, of course, play whatever output, whatever system you hook it up to. So that's kind of a thing that I kind of appreciate about it as well. So that's kind of why I bought this. Again, this is a Baltimore-based company. If you're in the Baltimore area and you do want to actually, if you're looking for a PA system, I'm sure you can just go to their store. I'll put the website in the description, and let me show you now the functionalities of the mixer. Okay, guys, here we go. This is the music, or I've seen some videos pronounce it MUSYSIC, but for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna call it music. This is the music 6-channel mixer. As you can see, it has 6 channels. If you can't see, I'll probably right here. Can you see that? But I'll show you shortly, but I just want to talk about it briefly real quick. So I recently ordered the Gemini 210 MX Bluetooth, and like my previous PA system, the PAL PA system, it does come with, this one comes with 10-inch speakers. The PAL one that I reviewed, I'll leave a link to that up above if you guys want to check that review or check out that PA system. But the Gemini PA system that I bought, it came with two speakers, 10-inch woofer, and a tweeter, and also came with its own mixer as well. I'll show you that shortly. But I was actually looking for, I wanted a mixer that could have multiple outlets for passive speakers. One of the things that I feel like I could particularly run into in the future is having a mixer that maybe come with 2 speakers, and I may end up needing more speakers for a venue or for an event. So I said, you know what? Let me just actually buy a speaker. Let me just actually buy a powered mixer that has multiple outlets, so I could just have that on hand if I need it. Now, real quick, I'm gonna go over the mixer. I will say I haven't really heard of this company before. Again, music or MUSYSIC, however you want to pronounce it. It is spelled MUSYSIC. And this model is MU-P6MXn, and it is Bluetooth. They do have multiple models of mixers. I will say, if you care about Bluetooth, make sure it has the Bluetooth, let's see, the Bluetooth logo right here. You can see that's the Bluetooth logo. If it doesn't have the Bluetooth logo, then that means it doesn't have Bluetooth. I was actually about to order this one on eBay, a different one. Well, it was the same company, but it was actually the same company, the same look-alike model, but it did not have Bluetooth. When I was actually had it in my cart, about to hit purchase, but then I stopped when I realized, oh, it doesn't have Bluetooth. And one of the reasons, and again, if you don't have a Bluetooth, or if a mixer that you have doesn't have Bluetooth and you have the tape outlet, you can always go on Amazon. I'll say between $5 to $10, and you can buy a Bluetooth transmitter, so you'll be able to connect to your phone. Oftentimes, whenever I'm doing venues or events, I'll connect my speakers and things, and connect my phone via Bluetooth, and then I'll just play music while I'm connecting my turntables, which is, again, I have the Rain 1 turntable. So I feel like that's oftentimes it's a better way, so that I'm not just sitting there hooking up my stuff and nothing's playing. Do the people or the customers that book me care? No, but I care, you know what I'm saying? So I play maybe some soft music while I'm setting up, or, and I feel like that's always been helpful for me. Also too, that way I don't feel rushed to have to set up my equipment as far as my laptop and my mixer. So that's just kind of one of the things that I kind of wanted to mention. The PA system that I bought, again, it does come with its own mixer. It's a 4-channel mixer. There's nothing wrong with that. The mixer that I ordered for the Gemini 210, it comes with a 4-channel mixer. It's about 600 watts. And so one of the things I will say is this mixer is 2,000 watts peak, which usually, give or take, you divide that by 2. So it's probably going to form at about 1,000 watts, which is more than enough. My speakers, I believe, are about 150 watts peak at 350 watts peak. So that's more than enough to push the speakers. And I've also checked online to make sure that it wouldn't blow those speakers. And from what I've read, as long as the audio doesn't peak to distortion, won't be a problem. It should be safe to run my speakers. Now, I will say one of the reasons why I like this mixer, I will say it does have 16 right effect. It has 16 right. It has 16 different effects. You go up and down, and each number, it has a number will come on the screen. I'll show you shortly, but before I show you that, I want to turn around real quick and show you the back of it real quick. Like I said, it has 4 speaker outlets for passive speakers. By passive, I mean the speakers are not powered. So right here, one of them did come broke. I actually messaged the seller about that, but the only reason why I didn't care is because when I plugged in my speakers, the 1/4 inch, it worked just fine. So I was like, not a big deal. I'll probably will change that out eventually, but for right now, it's not really a big issue. 4 inputs. This is the back of the mixer right here. You can see, it does have the wattage right here. Show that real quick. Right here, it has the wattage to 2,000 watts. So let me turn this around real quick, get it hooked up, and we will go from there. Now, right now, I just connected. I have a powered speaker, powered Bluetooth speaker, but you can also want to wire to it as well. So right now I have my powered Bluetooth speaker up, and I also have 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter jack going into my my powered speaker. And one of the things about this mixer that I love off the break is that it has 2 mono outputs. And so if you wanted to, technically, you can run 6 speakers on this mixer if you wanted to. It has now, I didn't try yet to see if the monitor output will work on non-passive speakers, but I'm sure it will. But so it also has a headphone over here. Right here has a headphone jack 1/4 inch. So technically, you can run a speaker. I'm sorry. You can run 7 speakers. You could probably run. I'm assuming. Let's be safe and gonna assume that the monitor out and the headphone jack, you could probably run into another speaker. But like I said before, probably a power speaker. Now right here, if I take this out, right here, and put it into the headphone jack, again, see, you still have sound. So with that being said, theoretically, you can run 7 speakers. So that's why I got this mixer. I got this mixer because, turn down a little bit, turn it off. So you guys can see real quick. I am playing music from my phone. Cut it off. But again, with this mixer, it's a great mixer because you have the ability to run at least 3 additional powered speakers, 1, 2, and one right here. And then you got 4 speakers that you can run in the back because it has 4 speaker outputs. But I'm gonna assume that in the back, those would have to be passive speakers, meaning the speakers are not powered. And in the front, could run powered speakers, meaning that the speakers that already have a built-in amplifier, they don't need power. So, and also too, it wouldn't take away from the wattage of the mixer while you're using it. So again, 6 channels right here. One of the things I love about this mixer that my previous mixer didn't have. My other mixer only had XLR. This one has XLR and it has 1/4 inch. So you can either use 1/4 inch or XLR. Also too, this 6 channel, you can also, it has a USB port right here where you could put a USB, a thumb drive. I did it the other day. It worked just fine. I won't do it today because I only have music by artists and I don't want to get a copyright infringement. Let me turn upside right real quick. You can see. So right here, it has Bluetooth right here. It's on the cell screen. Right here is a USB thumb drive port where you can put in a thumb drive to play music. And really, you would put in the thumb drive and just hit play, and you could just cycle through the music. Like right here, it has a play, pause, forward, backwards, and you would click that, and it would play through the music. So you wouldn't have like full control over like selecting a specific song, but the actual mixer, you could just keep hitting forward until you got to the song that you wanted to play. So that's one of the things I would say. And also too, like I said, it comes with a hooked up microphone. Do a test run for you guys real quick. And right now, I hope you can hear this. I'm actually using the microphone right now that I just showed you in the camera. So you can actually use, dynamic microphones. You can use condenser microphones. It does have phantom power. So you could use a condenser microphone if you needed to. Now I'm gonna cut it off now that you've seen this. So yeah, I didn't really want to really kind of do a deep dive into the mixer. I think for the most part, people who are buying mixers or into mixers, you know what a mixer does. I don't have to kind of tell you. Most people in this, they know what a mixer is. They know what it does. Like I said before, this is it has 16 effects. It has 6 channels. The 6th channel does act as the volume control for the USB thumb drive. And if you don't use the USB thumb drive, you can still use it for a microphone. But this one does not. The 6th channel does not have 1/4 inch. Just the 5 have 1/4 inch, and this one just has XLR. And the other port is, of course, like I said it before, it's a USB. You would put a USB thumb drive in there, and you'd be able to play music from a thumb drive if you needed to. If you didn't, I guess didn't want to play music on your phone, you could just put music on the thumb drive and play it that way. I will say recently, I did DJ at a baby shower for a relative, and one of the things that I did was I brought my tablet because they wanted certain songs played. Like sometimes I'll do a gig for a person and they're like, you just play whatever, I don't care what you play. They might throw in a couple artists that they want you to play, but for the most part, they're like, hey, you're a DJ. I trust that you know what you're doing. Just do what you do. And then sometimes I'll come across venues where people want specific songs played. Give or take, they'll give me the liberty to add in a few songs here and there. But for the most part, they want specific songs played. So for a few weeks ago, I did a baby shower. I brought the mixer, brought my tablet because they wanted specific songs, and I have a Prime Music membership, Amazon Music membership. So I just went in Amazon Music, created a playlist, brought my tablet, brought the mixer, hooked everything up, and just put the mixer on the table and played the playlist, and it was all good. It was all dandy. Had a wonderful time. So I think that this mixer is wonderful for that. Like I said before, one of the reasons why I care about a Bluetooth mixer is because, like I said before, when I'm setting up at gigs or in venues or events, I want to be able to just play music from my phone or Bluetooth or my tablet while I'm actually setting up my turntables and kind of get my crate ready in my actual Encerado. So this gives me the ability to be able to do that whenever I have mixers that have Bluetooth. So again, this is the MUSYSIC mixer, and yeah, it's a good mixer. 2,000 watts. They go for about $179.99 on their website. And what I will say is a lot of their mixers on the website are used if you buy refurbished, which is basically just used. Give or take, if something wrong with it, they'll probably fix it and then put it refurbished. But a lot of their mixers, if you buy them alone on this website, they are refurbished. They actually do have PA systems, and really, it reminds me of POW. I think it's a smaller company, probably not well known. When I was shopping for a powered mixer, I didn't want to spend a lot of money because I didn't really need a mixer. I wanted one, but because like I said again, the Gemini PA system that I have came with the mixer, so I didn't need another mixer. So I didn't want to spend too much money on a mixer that I didn't really need. So yes, I found this on eBay I got it for like $120, and yeah, like I say, it's a great mixer.